Okay, so here we go. Thanks to everybody for dialing in on the call tonight. I am super excited to connect and chat with you. My name is Katie Allen, and I am the Vice President for ONEHOPE Direct. And tonight our objective is just to share a little bit of information, some background with you about our company and about our amazing opportunity to start your own business as a cause entrepreneur. No doubt you've been talking with Robin or Tracy or one of the thousands of cause entrepreneurs that we already have across the country who've invited you to join our call this evening to learn a little bit more about the opportunity. Once we're finished, I definitely encourage you to reach back out to that person who invited you to the call so they can help answer any questions that you might have before you decide how you want to get involved with our community. So tonight we're going to talk about the history of ONEHOPE. I'll kind of tell you a little bit about our genesis story. I'll walk you through quickly a top line overview of our collection of wine and gift sets. We'll talk about how you can make an impact and how you can become a cause entrepreneur. So at ONEHOPE, our mission is to bring people together to celebrate and serve the world. And we started with award-winning wine, and we've expanded into gourmet coffee. We've got artisan food products. We've got beautifully crafted gifts, all of which empower each and every one of us to serve the world through our everyday actions and make giving back a part of our everyday lives. So you'll see a picture on the screen here of our founders. So ONEHOPE was founded back in 2007. And at the time, our founders actually all worked with each other with a very large, one of the largest winemakers in the world. And Jake, who is the guy just behind the gal in the green dress, that's Tiffany. Jake is our CEO, and Jake really, the idea for ONEHOPE came to him literally while he was stocking grocery store shelves representing another wine brand. And he really started to notice that, lots of products that were associated with a give back or a cause or had certain campaigns, seasonal campaigns. For instance, in October, everything goes pink for breast cancer, or in April, things are blue with the puzzle pieces for autism awareness. He really caught on to the fact and noticed that products that really were tied with making an impact and making a difference seemed to get prime retail space. And at that same time, one of Jake's very close friends, unfortunately, had been diagnosed with cancer. And so Jake is a true entrepreneur at heart, and he has one of the biggest hearts out of anyone you'll ever meet. And giving back and making an impact in the world is something that's always been important to him just as a person. And so the idea came to him of, why can't we create a brand of wine that gives back 365 days a year to not just one cause, but multiple causes, and really empowers people out there to do good through doing something that they enjoy, like enjoying a bottle of wine with some friends. And so with that, Jake empowered and reached out to our other founders, and they started with 168 cases of wine that they literally sold out of the back of their cars. And now we have thousands of people that are a part of our mission. And what I love about our genesis story of how we got started, it really takes me right back to almost where we are now with our direct sales channel, because not that you're out there literally selling out of the trunk of your cars, but you're going person to person and sharing your passion, sharing our story, sharing our product with your friends and family. So we started, as I mentioned, back in 2007, and this is just a small example of some locations that are proudly serving ONEHOPE wine. So you'll see us in a variety of hotels across the country, country clubs, universities, theme parks, museums. We've got some national accounts in restaurants. We had a program with Virgin American Airlines a few years ago. So you'll find us in various places. And the great thing about this represents wine that's distributed through our wholesale channel, which is where we got started, was in the wholesale business. So it's referred to as on-premise. So you could go to Petco Park down in San Diego and order a glass of ONEHOPE wine and enjoy that on-premise. And then we also have off-premise, where you might be able to go pick up a bottle of ONEHOPE wine at a Whole Foods, let's say, in your area. And so that is a distinct channel of our business. It's where we got started. It's what gave us the ability to launch into an omni-channel approach and build out our direct selling side of the business, which actually now has become the largest piece of the puzzle for ONEHOPE. What's unique is that, and we'll talk about this in a few minutes, we have a different offering through our ONEHOPE direct sales channel. So you all would be offering a collection of wines to your friends and family and consumers that still carry that ONEHOPE name. We got that brand recognition in some of these places, obviously, that are pouring ONEHOPE, but you're offering a totally unique collection of wines that's only available through consumers from our cause entrepreneurs. We have an amazing winemaking team, you guys. On the screen, you see Rob Mondavi Jr. Rob was the first that came on board with us a couple years after we got started. We were introduced to his father, Michael, who is a son of the Robert Mondavi. Rob Jr. carries his grandfather's namesake and amazing ability to craft beautiful, wonderful wines. So we got connected with Rob Jr. a couple years after ONEHOPE took off, and he really helped us craft an amazing collection of wines. Not too long after that, Rob brought in Tony Coltrane. Tony was a head winemaker at Robert Mondavi, and he actually made the very first vintage of Fumé Blanc way back in 1968. Tony has an impressive resume. He is a lovely, wonderful storyteller and winemaker, and enjoying a glass of wine with Tony and hearing him talk about creating that wine is an amazing experience that a lot of our cause entrepreneurs have had the ability actually to meet not only Rob, not only Tony, but Mari as well. Mari is the newest winemaker in our lineup. She is quickly making a very big name for herself. She joins us from being the former winemaker at Sterling Vineyards in Napa. She has produced several 90-point plus rating wines, and she is our kind of secret weapon for our direct sales channel because she oversees all of the winemaking for us to make sure that we are listening to our community, we're listening to you, we're listening to your consumers and what you're looking for and what their expectations are for a glass or a bottle of wine. And then going back to Napa and working with Tony and working with Rob to deliver that to you and your consumers. So we have a vineyard and a winery located in the heart of Napa Valley. This is a new property. It's absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And so on the left side, you'll see a map kind of Napa Valley. We're located on Highway 29, literally right in the heart of Napa Valley. Our next door neighbor, ironically, is the Robert Mondavi Winery. But we have a beautiful property there. We've got a little over 10 acres. Currently, we are building out our winery, which will be a private tasting room. So you have to have an appointment to be able to go taste wines with us. But one of the great benefits of being a cause entrepreneur, you're in the club and our friends and family. And so our cause entrepreneurs will have premier access and unique access to be able to book tasting events at our property in Napa. Here is a little rendering so you can kind of see what our winery will look like. We are very, very proud to be working with the very, very famous architect back in Gilliam & Kroger. And you can actually, if you do some Google searches, you can see some of the construction that's going on and see actual pictures of our winery going up. We've also built a home on the property that we call Estate 8. As you get to know ONEHOPE, you'll find that the number 8 is kind of a lucky number for us. And so wines that we grow off of our vineyard in Napa are part of our Estate 8 collection, and I'll get into that in just a minute. But take a look and you'll find some beautiful photography. If you don't already follow us on social media, definitely follow ONEHOPE on social media, and you can see all the progress of our beautiful estate and winery that's going up in Napa. Okay, so let's talk about our collection. So as a ONEHOPE cause entrepreneur, you have a unique collection of wines that we call our Vintner collection. And for those of you that aren't familiar with that word, vintner is just another fancy name of saying winemaker. And so we just talked about Mari a few minutes ago. Mari has created this entire collection of wines specifically for our cause entrepreneur community. So you will not find this at Petco Park. You will not find this at Whole Foods. The only way that you will find this collection of wines is through one of our cause entrepreneurs. And so we have an amazing collection of wines that are really meant to be very friendly in terms of a price point and also very approachable in terms of palate. So it's something that people who might not be a super sophisticated wino will love, and also people that actually do enjoy some higher quality wines are going to appreciate the quality that's gone into crafting each and every single one of these varietals. We have our glitter collection. We hand paint glitter bottles or hand glitter. We have the glitter factory, the glitter fairies in our office in Orange County. These bottles are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. We've got a little mini version of it. We've got some different varieties, and we even have custom options for clients that you can sell to also, who might be interested in doing custom orders, maybe crafting it with their company colors or things like that. These are gorgeous gifts, and they really are eye-catching, and they get a lot of love from bloggers and on social media. We also have our reserve collection of wines. And so these are smaller lot vintages. And so we'll have some really exciting things in here where maybe we only have 50 cases or 100 cases of something really unique and really special that's coming out of the Napa Valley. And these are definitely fan favorites, and they go quickly when we've got reserves that come on that people really, really enjoy. So we sort of have a collection that's very approachable for everyone in terms of price point and quality. We have our iconic collection, and these are wines that are specific to AVAs and specific to our property even in Napa. So these are much higher end wines. As I mentioned, our property in Napa, we only have 10 acres. So that sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot when you're trying to produce a lot of wine. And so our estate collection of wines, we have very small lots that are available every year, which tend to sell out because of their popularity and their deliciousness. Another great thing about us is that we oftentimes partner with notable celebrities. In the past, we've done signature series wines to help notable folks that have a heart for giving back, just like we do. And so one of our collections that we currently have is called Seven Cellars. And for you football fans, John Elway is behind this brand and behind these two wines. We have a Chardonnay and a Cabernet with Mr. Elway that helps support Team Rubicon, which is one of my personal favorite causes that we work with. So it's really exciting because from time to time we have some really amazing folks that we get to partner and work with to not only help spread the ONEHOPE brand awareness, but help raise money and make an impact for a cause that they personally care about. We have incredible gift sets. So here's just a couple examples of our amazing gift sets that we offer. These are really fun if you start thinking about in your community, who do you know that does gift giving on a regular basis? Don't just think birthdays, holidays. What about corporate gifting? What about real estate agents that are giving closing gifts to clients or gifting people for referrals? What about marketing or advertising agencies, different people where there's a lot of generosity that goes around? Our gifts are fantastic because, hey, who doesn't love a great bottle of wine and some fun gifts that go along with it? But making an impact really makes that gift very special as well. So to give you an example of the impact that we're making, because that's what it's all about at ONEHOPE, we are different than any other wine collection or wine brand because there is that impact that is built into every single bottle that we sell every single day of the year. And so you'll be provided with amazing resources and training as a cause entrepreneur to help you learn not only about the wines and the tasting notes, but also learn about our cause partners and the impact that we're making. So as an example, here is our California Sparkling Brut. And you'll see we've got some tasting notes that go through the aroma and the flavor. And we've got a dot pattern that relates to a statistic. So on our Sparkling Brut, there are 5 dots because 1 in 5 children in the United States, unfortunately, don't know where their next meal is coming from. And so that little dot pattern is meant to represent a statistic that is also a great talking point that you can share with your guests at your wine tasting events and connect with people and help educate them and share with them the impact that we're making. So every bottle of our Sparkling Brut that we sell helps to fund 1 meal for a child in need. And then you see we've illustrated our cause partner for this particular varietal is Why Hunger. And then you can see our impact thus far to date. Here's another example for you. So this is our California Chardonnay. This is one of my favorites. And the dot pattern on our Chardonnay represents that 1 in 8 women in their lifetime will be diagnosed with breast cancer. It's still a big problem. And this is actually one of our very first cause partners was the Gateway for Cancer Research. So every 4 cases of our Chardonnay helps to fund a clinical trial for a woman who's battling breast cancer. And at the bottom, you can see our impact to date as well. So I won't take the time to go through each and every one of these, but I just wanted to highlight a few. We've got our Pinot Noir. We also refer to it as Pinot for Paws because we help fund pet adoptions. So this is a really popular varietal. Our Cabernet is also another very popular varietal. When we first got started, we started actually with a Chardonnay and a Cabernet. Our Cabernet is absolutely delicious, and it supports an incredible cause, supporting ABA therapy for children on the autism spectrum. So really, no matter what your cause might be, here is a roundup to date of the impact that we've made just for a handful of causes. You'll find that folks oftentimes will connect with ONEHOPE for the first time because maybe they're drawn to a specific cause. So for instance, over 3,500 children helped with autism. Perhaps they've got a child or someone in their family or a friend that is affected with autism. And so they'll be gifted a bottle of our Cabernet and fall in love with the quality of the wine. So our commitment to our wine is just as important as our commitment to our causes. And so although somebody might be introduced or drawn to our collection of wines for the first time because of the impact, they stay because the quality of the wine is so fantastic. And let's face it, who doesn't like doing good while you're opening a bottle of wine and sharing it with your friends and your family? So we've got tons of brand awareness. We have been featured in, here's just a handful of the publications that we've been featured in over the years, and just a handful of the notable celebrity supporters that we've had as well. Sarah Evans, we had a really fun signature series with her. She is a country singer. I love her music. We sold out, and Niall DeMarco actually, with Niall and with Sarah, we launched a signature series with both of them around the same time, and we sold out of both of their varietals very, very quickly, I think in a matter of 3 months. So it's really fun because we can partner with great people like that that are bringing awareness to a specific cause that's important to them and making an impact together. So now, all right, let's talk about becoming a cause entrepreneur. As a cause entrepreneur, you truly are the CEO of your own business because you get the freedom, you get the flexibility to choose how often you want to work and how much you want to put into this and how much of an impact you truly want to make. So let's talk about that. Being a cause entrepreneur, you have the ability to earn an income for yourself. So you have the ability to earn between 20 and 25% commission on your personal sales. Here's insider tip. The majority of our cause entrepreneurs are earning 25% on their personal sales. They don't want to leave anything on the table. You have the ability also to make an impact. So in addition to the impact that is built into every single varietal that we sell, when you are facilitating a ONEHOPE wine tasting in your community, we give an additional 10% back to a cause that your host has chosen. I'll talk in a little bit too about our Grateful Club. It's our preferred customer program. And so your preferred customers also have the ability to choose a nonprofit charity that's near and dear to their heart to make an additional 10% local donation. So within our movement, really what we are a community of cause entrepreneurs that absolutely believe giving back is good business. So let's give you a snapshot of what happens at a private wine tasting event. It is very easy peasy, and I like to say it's no schlep for you. So if you've got experience working with other direct sales companies where you've had to, arrive at a hostess's house 30 minutes or an hour or even longer earlier than that to set up an entire display, and you're lugging a bunch of stuff back and forth, schlepping a lot of stuff from your car, those days are over, my friends. You need to arrive about 15 minutes to get set up because the wine is already at the host's selected venue. All you need to do is just make sure that the white wines are chilled and open up the bottles and get ready to pour. We've transitioned with our Vintner collection to what's called a Stelvin closure, which means it's a screw cap. So it's literally, you don't even know how to work or operate a wine key to be successful at doing a tasting event. All you need to do is open up the bottles and get ready to enjoy. Once the guests arrive, you're walking through each varietal that you're tasting that evening. Typically, it's 6 wines. We don't really do more than that. It's a little much. You're just pouring small tasting sips of each varietal, so 1 to 3 ounces at the most of each wine that's being sampled. You are not there to be a bartender. One of the biggest pieces of feedback that we get oftentimes from cause entrepreneurs who join ONEHOPE, who have come from other direct selling opportunities, is they love how fast these tasting events go. It's about 1.5 to 2 hours. You're in and you're out very quick. You are not there bartending and pouring full glasses of wine for people. You're giving very small tasting pours, which guess what? They're ready to move on to the next wine and enjoy it and sample it. And then you're able to wrap up the event by taking orders and then reminding guests that 10% of their purchase that evening is going to benefit the charity that the host has selected. And for the host, it's super easy because a pallet of wine is not going to be delivered to their doorstep a week later. They don't have to call their friends and say, hey, Katie, come pick up your case of Chardonnay. Hey, Robin, come pick up your half case of wine. Everything's sitting here at my house. No, everything goes directly to each individual guest. And we just always like to remind folks to make sure if someone's not going to be home, maybe you want to select shipping it to an office. We do even have school teachers that will ship it to their school, and because there's always a receptionist there to sign for it. We just want to make sure that that delivery gets to our customers. And then obviously you have the ability to follow up with those customers and invite them to become preferred customers so that they continue to get great discounts and also make a great impact when they continue to shop with you, their cause entrepreneur. So beyond that, we have such a cool opportunity, you guys, to share ONEHOPE beyond the living room. So I just spent some time talking to you about what happens at our in-home event, but you've got all of these other exciting and really fun ways to grow your business. So if you start thinking about opportunities for corporate gifting, I talked about that a little bit earlier. Who do you know that is getting married and would love to maybe have one of our glitter bottles for their champagne toast for their wedding, or maybe even bridesmaids or groomsmen gifts? What about schools that do fundraising? Who wants to buy more cookie dough and wrapping paper? Not me. I will buy some wine, thank you, and raise money for my school. What about offices that do in-office happy hours or client appreciation events? There's nonprofit organizations in your community you can partner with. Tons of large fundraising events that go on all year round in your communities. We're perfect for bulk wine purchases, weddings, special events, fundraisers. Here's a snapshot of the top 3 industries that we really find our cause entrepreneurs being very successful in sharing beyond the living room and thinking outside of just doing tasting events. So talking with folks in your community that work for different financial institutions or marketing and PR agencies, and real estate. I talked about that earlier. That is the slam dunk. Realtors love giving their clients a bottle of ONEHOPE wine. So there's different ways that you can earn. So we talked about tasting events. You also, as a cause entrepreneur, have your own personal website so that folks can shop with you 24/7. And then we have our Grateful Club, which is our preferred customer program. For our hosts, it is easy peasy. For our hosts, they are able to select the wines that they would like to taste with their friends. And our attendance is very high at our tasting events, and our cancellation rate is very low because the host has already selected the wines, they have them on hand, and they're ready to host their friends and sample some wines. They're also inviting their friends because they're all ready to rally around a cause that they want to make a donation. So people are very interested in coming to our tasting events and shopping because they really want to, A, have a good time with friends, B, enjoy some great wines, and C, make that impact towards the cause that they're all so passionate about. We also give a $20 donation right off the top to our hosts if they have a qualifying tasting event. So ONEHOPE likes to add even a little bit more to that impact. Our hosts are also rewarded with an additional 10% in free products when they have a qualified tasting event so that they can go on a little mini shopping spree and maybe try out a couple of our reserve wines at a great discount or for free. And it's super fun to get together with friends. This is super social. It is amazing the collection of folks that you can get together. Wine really appeals to everyone across the board. And so it doesn't just have to be a girls' night out. We've had tons of great successful events where it's a couples night of wine tasting. Maybe the guys are in the out back barbecuing and the ladies are inside wine tasting. There's all kinds of amazing things that you can do. Valentine's Day is coming up. We've got a lot of cause entrepreneurs that will do fun things by maybe tasting only red wines at a tasting event or doing only wines from our sparkling collection. You can really get creative and crafty based on the people that are hosting your events and their group of friends that are coming, and have a lot of fun with your tasting events. So again, our host benefits, they get to donate 10% of the proceeds to their cause of choice. You could choose from one of our cause partners that we've already vetted, or you can select any 501c3 charity that you're passionate about, maybe that's more localized to your community. As I mentioned, you'll get an extra $20 when you host a ONEHOPE tasting event. When your event qualifies, we're going to kick in an extra $20 for you to donate to your cause of choice. And then again, 10% of your event sales, you've got free credit to go on a little shopping spree. So I mentioned our attendance is really great. Our guests love coming to ONEHOPE tasting events. If you've ever been to another direct sales in-home party, wine is probably part of the gig, no matter if you're shopping for cookware or jewelry or what have you. Wine is kind of part of it. It's amazing because our tasting events, it's all about the wine, and it's all about making a difference and an impact for a cause. And so guests have the ability to mix and match from our wine collection and build their own case for a cause. And at events, we offer exclusive pricing. So our guests will get 10% off of a half case of wine or 20% off of a full case. And again, 10% of their purchase is donated to the cause of the host choice. Another great thing, who's ever had the experience of going to the grocery store or a wine shop and buying a bottle of wine that you weren't too sure about spending that amount of money because you'd never tasted it and been disappointed, unfortunately, when you got home? There's kind of nothing you can do about it. Our tasting events are an amazing way for people to be able to try it before they buy it and figure out which wines are their favorites so they can order their personal faves. So to get started with us, it's super easy. We have 3 different options in terms of our starter kits. So we have a $99 starter kit, and this is basically all the business tools that you need to get yourself kick-started. Wine is not included in this kit, so it's definitely not my favorite. You definitely want to get yourself some wine. We have a starter kit basic that has 6 bottles of wine, and then we've got our starter kit plus, which is a great value because you're getting a full case of wine. So it's definitely enough wine for you to sample a few on your own, host your very first tasting event, and get your business kick-started with a bang. Within our career path, you really, as I mentioned earlier, you've got the freedom and the flexibility to set your schedule to earn the income goals that you want to achieve. So you're a cause entrepreneur with us, and you can see as you move up the ladder, we've got some bonuses built in there. And we've got bonuses built in when you mentor others to do the same thing that you are doing. So we've got a lot of room for you to grow and a lot of bonuses and extra ways that you can earn income. When you get started with us, you're in your fast start. Your fast start is another exciting time period. It's your first 60 to 90 days, depending upon when you join, where you can earn additional cash bonuses on top of your commission that you're already earning. We also have amazing incentive trips. So we are getting ready to head to Costa Rica in just a couple of months. We'll be heading there at the end of March, and we'll be announcing the location for our next incentive trip at our annual conference. It's called Crush. It is super fun. We get together every July. This year we are headed to Music City. We'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, and all of our cause entrepreneurs are welcome to join us. It's a fantastic weekend where we offer training, support, wine education. We launch new wines. We have our awards night where we're recognizing the top of the top, and we're recognizing up-and-comers and rookies who are really making a difference and making an impact through their ONEHOPE businesses. So what we find over and over and over again is that people love being a part of our community because we truly are a community. We are here to support one another, celebrate one another, make an impact together, and do good along the way and have a lot of fun. So if you're interested in joining our movement, we absolutely have room for you. We would love to welcome you to our community, get you kick-started on your journey of being a cause entrepreneur. We have incredible training. You have a lot of resources and tools available to you from your home office team here. And then you also have your upline, your mentor who invited you to the call and invited you to the opportunity, who's going to be there with you every step of the way to get you comfortable and get you up and running and get you successful. So with that, I want to thank everyone for dialing in tonight. It was my pleasure to share a little bit more about ONEHOPE and about our opportunity to start your own business as a cause entrepreneur.